Hey there, welcome to my channel. My name is Steffi. I illustrate coloring pages and books, and on this channel I discuss coloring and all things creative living, so if that interests you, press subscribe so you don't miss a video. Today I want to share with you how I create my coloring pages, and it's not how you think. In fact, most people assume that I start my coloring pages digitally and that I use Procreate. I actually don't do either of those things. This is where everything actually starts for me. I always sketch my pages out on paper before I ever touch my iPad. In fact, I've published 4 coloring books and more Patreon pages than I can count, and almost all of them started right here in my sketchbook, except one, Spooky Babes. Spooky Babes was created during a time for me when I felt the pressure and urgency to publish a book at least every other month, as well as seasonal books, and I didn't start illustrating Spooky Babes until late August, so hey, it was my first year creating coloring books. I didn't realize how early holiday coloring books we published, so I quickly put together a bold and easy book, and in order to save time, I illustrated it all on my iPad. So ironically though, it is my favorite book to date and continues to sell year-round even when it's not Halloween time. I no longer feel the urgency, though, to publish a book every other month. In fact, I haven't published another since Spooky Babes. I've mostly been focusing on improving my skills and creating pages for my Patreon members to download and color every month. Since then, I always come back to sketching on paper first, just like I did for all my other books. It just feels a lot more natural for me to explore ideas this way before I clean anything up digitally. And another thing, people are always surprised by the fact that I don't use Procreate. I actually use Adobe Fresco, which most people I come across haven't even heard of. It's actually free and it does everything I need. And honestly, for the longest time, I wasn't even using anything fancy. I was using a 7th generation iPad with only 32 gigabytes of storage and a $20 knockoff Apple Pencil. And I still made all of my coloring books on that. I have upgraded since then, but even now I'm using a used iPad and I still use a knockoff Apple Pencil. You really don't need the newest or most expensive tools to make good art, and honestly, you don't even need an iPad at all. There are plenty of coloring book artists who create their pages completely with paper and ink. So if anything, don't let the tools be the thing that holds you back. So once I've completed my sketches, I'll take photographs of them and bring them into Adobe Fresco. Sometimes the sketches are complete illustrations. Sometimes they're 80% complete and I'll finish up the scenery and details on the iPad. And sometimes it's fragmented sketches that I piece together on the iPad to create a complete illustration. Once they're brought into Fresco, I'll complete the sketch using a pencil brush if needed, or immediately start tracing the sketch, creating the final line work with a vector round brush. Oh yeah, by the way, that is one thing I absolutely love about Adobe Fresco. You can draw in vector, so you don't have to vectorize your art later. Plus, if you overlap your lines on accident, you can delete the overlap with just a tap. These are May's Patreon rewards that I'm working on in this video. The theme is strawberry shortcake. I wanted to do something berry themed since May is the best month for picking berries where I live. Fan art is something that is always so fun for me to create. Some of my best and most popular pages have been fan art, such as this SpongeBob SquarePants inspired one, this one of the Grinch, and this one of the Nightmare Before Christmas. I don't, however, want to be pigeonholed into fan art only. That can happen to a lot of people, so I do it sporadically. This coloring page featuring strawberry shortcake and orange blossom is included in May's rewards, along with 2 other coloring pages, a colorable calendar page, and a colorable postcard. I've even included a cropped version of this page to enlarge some of the tiny details. So if you'd like to receive these rewards and rewards like this each month, then you can join my digital goodies tier by clicking the link in the description of this video. I think people assume that digital art skips the messy beginning and that it's not as difficult as traditional art, or somehow makes it less valid. But At the end of the day, everybody's process looks different, and if you're creating something, whether it's digital or traditional, it counts. So if digital art has ever felt intimidating, don't be afraid to choose a process that works better for you, like the OG pencil and paper. And if you start directly on the iPad first, that's valid too. Or if you've been holding back from creating because you think you don't have the right gear, then let this be a sign that it's not the tools that make good art, it's the artist.